I call that the triple threat in Europe. I talk about the threat of the populist and the far right. I talk about the threat of Islamism. And I talk about the threat of what I call the regressive left. And we spoke a bit about that before. What I mean by the regressive left, both you and I have fallen prey to their insidious means. And it's a section of the left who, in the name of respecting cultural diversity, in the name of multiculturalism, in the name of political correctness, in the name of anti-racism, in the name of challenging Islamophobia, would prefer, it's almost an authoritarian response, would prefer to silence and shut down debate than offend communities from people that are from minority ethnic backgrounds. And anyone who then, the reason I'm focusing on these guys, by the way, is I've grown up, neo-Nazis have chased me in Essex with hammers and knives and have stabbed my friends. I am used to neo-Nazis not liking me. And of course, I know Islamists intimately. I know they won't like me. I know they consider me a traitor to their cause. What I didn't expect when we first founded Quilliam was that those who pander to universalist rhetoric, talk about human rights and the principles you've just talked about, the importance of free speech, I didn't expect them to turn on you and me the way that they have. And I say I emphasize it's a section within the left, so I call them the regressive left, but they've often, in the name of these things, anti-racism, cultural tolerance and diversity, have decided, and I call it the bigotry of low expectations, they have decided to not just tolerate, but champion all forms of bigotry when it comes from minority community contexts in the name of cultural diversity, and silence those who within those minorities are themselves minorities. The minorities within the minority communities, yeah? The ex-Muslims, the feminist Muslims, the liberal Muslims, the minority sects like the Ahmadiyya community. There are a whole bunch of minorities within Muslim minority community contexts who are attempting to challenge the hegemony, but because the regressive left says, what do the Muslims think? And if you're not speaking in that way, well, you're not speaking the way the Muslims are meant to be speaking, so you must be either Islamophobic or racist. I mean, have you been called a racist ever? I have.
I'm calling me racist. I'm blacker than they are.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.